go. Well, we're recording again and we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, boys and girls, all genders in between, bears, bulls, wolves. You guys are one big crypto family to me, and I love you guys as much. Now, of course, the thing that we are all here for, and we're not here for pleasantries and all these things. The one thing that we are here for is the Bitcoin chart, and of course, we are all wondering, what is this chart gonna do? What does this look like? Are we going to go down even further? Because on a first glance, we all know if we look at a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, is this over? Are we down? Is this a downtrend? Is it going to continue? Of course, there are a few more other things that I like to compare this with, because sometimes, we just need those swipes down in order to be able to pick up again. Sometimes this is distribution, sometimes this is accumulation. And how do we know this? Well, we don't know. The one thing that we can do is prepare for it and try to profit of it as possible. So where did we leave off yesterday? And this was actually the message that I wanted to bring yesterday. So, hindsight 2020, you guys can say whatever you want. I really, really swear that I was feeling very, very doubtful that this support line was going to hold. I was trying to bring my message over, and, it just, it felt choppy and stuff. There was a chance that it was going to hold, but there was equally a chance that we were going to break. Of course, for some reason, we even did break the yellow box, but looks like we did actually push back in rather quickly. And as time went by, those levels did change a little bit. So we managed to get a very nice bullish divergence with this low over here and this low over here. So yeah, not a bad thing at all. Looks like we bounced off of this last little volume node that was sitting over here. And when we look at some horizontals, I will be putting them out just so you can see. There was quite some support coming from this area over here. Something like this. Yeah, that looks about right. Cool. So yeah, scary situation, right? And that's what I was saying or trying to say yesterday. We were still in for a few more scares. Now I'm gonna roll the intro, and then we can get down to brass taxes and do some real life analysis. All right, let's sit back and enjoy the ride. Oh, yeah. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So happy to be back, guys. So happy that the stream is looking immaculate. Like, really, it's looking good, right? And, it's probably because of me. No, no. No, it's just because we have a good upload. I could be, looking the way I want. I don't care. It's not going to change anything. Now, okay, let's get down to the main meat and potatoes. So what do we see? What do we see? First things first, we do have a very nice series of three bullish divergences. We got one low, a lower low, and a much lower low. So this actually in itself already gives me a little bit of hope for this situation. Let's look at the 3-hour chart, because on the 3-hour chart, we can actually also see that we have formed a bullish divergence. So maybe you can't see it like this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. So I hope you can see this. This is a lower low. This is a higher low. Well, actually, this is a low and this is a lower low. Okay. Cool. Cool. So all this in itself really, really, really starting to look like something we can work with. Let's remove this thing because we don't need that anymore. Um, Now, what we do need is actually a little bit of ranges to play because honestly, this thing could recover, but we could still see a little bit of hesitation. On the flip side, the positive note of the entire thing here is that we did retake more or less the high ground of this volume node. And this again is something that looks a little bit more promising. Maybe because the stochastics are sitting so high, eventually we are going to find some support in this area before another decision is made. But, you know, even a little bit of a swipe down would not be abnormal coming from where we are coming from. So let me show you a little trick, because you hear these things a lot: a golden cross, a dead cross, and all that stuff, you know. So we remove the EMA 3. There we go, this one. So what we're left with is the EMA 55 and the EMA 200 line. And when those two cross, actually, this means that quite some pressure down is being confirmed. And once those two lines cross, actually a quick recovery is not possible anymore. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time before these lines do cross over again. And even once they did cross over, this is actually already where the run will have started. It's a lagging indicator. There's no way to make them cross actually any earlier or any sooner. But yeah, these are, you know, very, very meaningful when this happens, and that's why they call it either a dead cross on the way down or a golden cross on the way up. Now, how important is this for us right now? I would say not too much. The thing that we are actually looking at is this situation over here. What we don't want is to see these two lows, the low on the price action and the low on the RSI, to be contaminated or to be invalidated by making a lower low and a lower low both on price and RSI. So let's do a little read over here, because the one thing that is a little bit concerning is just the fact that the stochastics are already posted in the upper range. Now, we all know that this is not a big, you know, terrible issue. We know that the stochastics can easily be snaking over here, but they might just as easily capitulate and go back down. Okay, we don't want to see that. So this is why I'm just going to analyze the bottom and try to see where we could invalidate this bullish divergence, or where it would happen. Okay, so let's measure this thing off, and I'm just gonna take the middle one, or this one over here, 27.8, 27, and 25.5. So let's go with 27. Just make it easy. It's a guess, because as you guys know, especially on the 1 hour chart, when this thing moves, when price moves, the reads are going to move. So there's no point in being too meticulous on levels. You know, things could always change around very easily. And this is why also you need to redo your own analysis. Remember, guys, very, very important. I'm just showing you guys how to do this. I'm not telling you guys where you should be putting your positions and what you should be trading and all that stuff. I leave all this up to you. It's just education that we're trying to do. So yeah, yesterday I'm really sorry. You guys were out there on your own, like abandoned by me. I'm really sorry about this. But yeah, sometimes this happens. And this is why I'm very happy that I'm not catering to Spoon Boys. Because yeah, if this were to happen to the Spoon Boy channels, I'm pretty sure there would have been like a lot of panic out there. Uh, Now, another one that I want to keep my eyes on is this local high over here, because we don't want to hit a bearish divergence and get pressure down again. As long as we stay clear for this and we go slowly, I would be much more hopeful than if we were to see price really shoot up, do one of these, or no, it's not going to be like this, more like one of these with the RSI doing one of these. We get a higher high on the RSI, lower high on the price action, and this is where I would really be sure that we go further down. So yeah, nice and slow is the way to go. New slogan of the day: nice and slow is the way to go. I'm gonna tell it to my girlfriend. Yeah. You guys know what I mean. All right, all right, all right. Enough with the pleasantries. On the other hand, what else is very, very interesting? Before I analyze this high, I know I'm all over the place, guys. Just forgive me. We are above the EMA 21. Now, usually the EMA lines serve as a little bit of support and resistance. Okay, so meaning like what happened here, we can bounce off of the EMA 55, then come down. If it holds, and it goes back up. But like here, it went a little bit down, went above it. Then here, the EMA 21 kicked in as support, EMA 55 as resistance, and so on. And then on the way up over here, we had the EMA 200 that was the next area of resistance. So yeah, potentially we could be coming back down to the area of where the EMA 21 is going to be rounding off, because yeah, the way this thing is going, I'm really expecting this to be rounding off in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, we're really not out of the woods just yet. There is still a lot to be decided on the price action. And also looking at the funding rate on Bybit, the funding rate is all the way back down to 0.01%. It's been, weeks that the funding rate has been at almost 0.2, 0.3%, like crazy fees to be holding on to long positions. It was painful holding on to a long position. This is why I kept saying, like, take profit. It's gonna burn through your entire capital. But right now, this is this is very attractive. No negative funding rates, so the majority is still, there's still more balance on the side of the longers than the shorters. So this could serve as one indication to see what the rest of the traders are doing on your platform. So yeah, I'm not gonna say we're gonna go to the moon, but it looks less and less likely. If this thing goes really nice and slow and behaves normally, we could start seeing at least some recovery, and maybe another attempt to the upside, maybe during the weekend or after the weekend or so. How cool would that be? Now, okay, let's do some RSI measuring. We get 62.1. 62.1. And this would be 49,000. Is 49,400. Okay. So need to be very careful. Not too far away. Okay. So or something like this. Okay, let's make this one. Let's make it yellow. Okay. Okay. I'm going to remove this. And basically, those are the ranges that right now we are going to see be played out. Actually, nice and easy, just like that. Now, zooming out, the yellow zone, honestly, it looks dodgy. I would not be happy to see the price get inside this area. You know what? I'm going to make it red just because I don't like it. Just don't like it. We could find some support, or there could be a bullish divergence, but looking at this shallow volume line, I don't know, already this volume node here, when it pierced in there, I was holding my breath. I was like, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. It's going to be 38,000. But it held, but yeah, that's the thing, it's who's in control? Who's in control? The people who are the more active, the ones who really are on the biggest party. Like, are the bulls more active and more aggressive, or are the bears more aggressive at pushing down? Yeah, I had a chart where you could see the open longs and shorts, but on Bybit, it's actually really hard to apply this, because Bybit actually pays people for placing limit orders. So if you're in the market of becoming a market maker, on other platforms you need to be like accredited, and they will give you some different APIs and stuff, and you will, of course, you will get fees and rewards and stuff. But on most platforms, you pay fees no matter what. If you're a market taker, or you're putting limit orders and filling the order book, you will pay fees. If you place limit orders, then the fees are going to be a little bit smaller, but fees nonetheless. On Bybit, it's not the fact. What they do is that they give you money if you put your orders in the order book, because you are filling up for liquidity. You're actually providing the service that market makers are providing. Now, market makers usually are the ones taking the wrong end of the trade. They have a lot of capital, and they're smart enough to get out of their situations, because they fill up the market on both ends. They take shorts on the way up, but they fill up the order book from above, and they keep following up, because like this, when the price drops, then all their shorts are being liquidated again. And on the chart that I am using, where I can see those open longs and shorts and liquidated longs and liquidated shorts, I do believe that those players are also affecting the reads. So I'm not really sure that I can use this chart for Bybit. which is actually really sad because it looked like a really good idea, you know, knowing how many open longs there are, knowing how many open shorts there are. But yeah, you know, if they are being affected, if those things are affecting the chart as well, then yeah, on the way up, it's obviously clear that, you know, a lot of market making shorts are gonna get liquidated and gonna get opened and stuff. So yeah. Hey, Ali, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, here we go. First code of the day, guys. Get your incense. WO-0Y9XF. Cool. That feels so good, you know, having a good, healthy stream going on. I was feeling so bad yesterday, and I do see a lot of people are watching the playbacks function. Guys, don't do that. Join us in the live session so that at least, you know, you can share some information, you can ask your questions, and just, you know, be part of this thing. You know, we're trying to grow a community. I'm not just, you know, spreading a message and then logging off. I'm trying to connect with you guys. So please get in the live session, and also remember, please, to hit the likes button. You know, the YouTube algorithm doesn't just know how much the stream is being appreciated or not, but your likes make a difference. Please remember to hit those like buttons. It really helps. I'm not asking for a lot, just that little click, you know. Do that little click sacrifice. I know it's one click less out of the 10 million clicks that your mouse is rated for, but you know, please do it for me. I will really appreciate it. All right, now let's go further down to this analysis. Okay, so what else do we have to look at? Ali, so I am a day trader, but do I have a portfolio for the future, you ask? Well, I don't know. What do you mean about this? Yeah, of course, you know, I'm saving up. I'm saving up for the future. No, I did start my career as a miner. Actually, I used to mine Ethereum, and no, I was not smart enough to hold on to all my Ethereum. Actually, I was a real idiot. Um, Yeah, no, I don't own any gold. I do have some silver, like physical silver. Yeah, yeah, I do have that. Um, yeah. But no, all the rest, it's all cryptocurrencies. I have a few ledgers with quite some altcoins. Like sometimes I filter through them, and you know, like the projects that I really feel that are completely gone past and forgotten. You know, sad for them, but I'll liquidate them. I don't care. Sometimes, you know, I have some altcoins that I'm very happy to let go when they make some good profits, and then there's other ones that I feel that they haven't had their time in the sun yet. So yeah, right now I'm just holding them, even though, you know, it feels really tempting to sell them off and to use that money to trade Bitcoin, but no, I won't. You know, on my portfolio, let's say it's 65% Bitcoin and the rest altcoins. Yeah, that's it's something like that. But yeah, mainly Bitcoin, and of those 65% Bitcoin, I usually stick to about 10 to 15% in positions for you know, to trade. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the better way to go. Just for me, especially because, you know, I am more profitable as a day trader than a hodler. I did the math, and hodling would have made me like maybe maybe a 10x, while day trading I did on this entire bull run like 35, almost 40x of what I was trading, not counting the things that I was just holding. So yeah, and I don't want to brag. Trading an uptrend is easy peasy. I would be surprised. I would feel bad for people who did not profit on an uptrend. This is where I would really start to worry for them. Um, but now here is the hard part, guys. It's those moves where people usually lose everything that they won, in a few swipes, like a few big swipes, then bam, get a big position liquidated. Same thing here, bam, get big positions liquidated. You know, those are the difficult ones. Those are the tricky ones where you really need to be careful. And even though I've been trading for quite some while, I still experience like how difficult these situations are. So yeah, if you did not make any gains off of this, it's all and well forgiven. Those are the trickiest ones. At least if you didn't lose a lot, then I would say that's good. If you manage to come out of this without losing anything, like awesome, you're doing good. And of course, if you made profit off of these things, if you knew to short this and you knew where it went, I can't do it. I can't short an uptrend, because if I would be looking on an uptrend for shorts, then I would get wrecked. There are so many signals where I take the signal as a take profit, but not as a yeah, get ready to short. Although here, this one here, we saw it coming. We did see it coming, and like I said, here over here, like most my positions was closed. Like I was only holding on to a tiny fraction because yeah, I was waiting for this to come down. Over here I started adding. Did not expect that dive, but good thing that I wasn't home. When I came home, I saw that. I was like, oh my god. And then here we were expecting that maybe the bullish divergence was going to create some support with the volume over here. It looked potentially possible, but computer said nah and went all the way down to the next level. And of course, yeah, now we are sitting here, and I don't believe that the recovery is going to be rather quick. No, I think there's going to be some ranging and some testing of ranges. Actually, a lot like whoops, like what has been happening here. I think we're gonna have some sort of a repeat of this situation, and maybe without this. Yeah, maybe. But I'm hoping at least that price is still going to make one more attempt to the upside to make that nice double top on the daily charts, because yeah, usually a bull run ends with a very nice double top, and then down she goes. This is usually, in my experience, the way a bull run, well, the past few bull runs have ended. I'm not gonna say every bull run, because how old is Bitcoin? You just can't say these things. um, but yeah, this right now, like I've been saying, we have three bullish divergences. So, like I like to call them, the three kings. But then on the downside, so this is looking rather promising. If of course the levels are holding, that's the prerequisite that we have right now. On the upside, the yellow zone, rejecting this zone, we could be seeing some pressure down. on the pressure down. I don't know, maybe if we find some more support in the red zone, we could still be picked up. But yeah, rejecting this zone, breaking back out of this zone, I would again try to minimize the position that I'm holding on to, because it's going to come down anyway, and find some support or look for support on any of these levels. At worst, we will be coming down to this area, and this is where I think this would be the signature for the bull run to be over, because then we have really our series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and that will be 1, 2, 3 points, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Exactly. There we go. So that would be a confirmed downtrend, and there's no quick recovery out of these. Well, yeah, this is more or less for Bitcoin. My quick time analysis. Maybe we want to grab the Fibonacci tool. Let's look at the retracement tool. And where do we want to retrace from? That's a difficult one, because from here, yeah, that's a 0, you know, we went all the way down. So maybe we do from here, and this would be more or less on the 618 Fibonacci level. And then if we do this the other way around, because hey, if this thing goes up, you know, where could it keep going to? And from here, from the lows to the highs, the retracement to the upside would have a potential. Like if we look at 0.618, we could still see the 53,000s. The 0.5 and the 382 usually are not so strong. Usually areas where the price could be rejected from. So yeah, this is right inside the yellow box. Hello, Facebook user. I'm really sorry I can't see your name, which is actually, you know, sad, because I would like to know who you are. So yeah, feel free to type your name in the chat. I can read the chat, but mainly I am streaming on YouTube. I just have this app that allows me to stream on different platforms, but yeah, I do have the YouTube app open in front of me. So yeah, if you will. But anyway, thank you for joining. Really do appreciate this. Hey, Oliver. All right. Awesome. Welcome, brother. You know, it's weird. You know, all I see is Facebook user says hello. How are you doing, Oliver? Hope you're doing all right. Cool. So yeah, if this this series of divergences hold, and if we don't reject the yellow zone, then the next area of interest would be the 53,000. Otherwise, it's the 786 hitting the 55,000 mark. So yeah, 55,000, you know, still some nice profit to be made. But for now, most important thing in the short term is looking at whether we are going to hold this area and keep going. I think this is the biggest question of all. And like I said here, the red zone, we could still potentially make bullish divergences, but yeah, looking at how thin this volume area is, you know, looks rather scary. Me potentially, like that's my personal decision, and you know, I would be taking a loss if it happens. But you know, entering back into this red zone, I would just take the loss and then wait it out and see if it holds, and if it rejects the red zone. You know, if it does reject, I can get back in and then, you know, ultimately, if it goes up, I will make back whatever I lost. It's really good. But yeah, I don't want to see everything go way down and then over here not having any chance at a recovery. Um, because that's what rejecting the red zone actually means. So yeah, that's more or less the way I would see this thing, and the way I would be thinking about placing my positions. So yeah, of course, you know, you guys, I don't tell you what you should be doing. I'm just giving you an idea about how I'm thinking about these situations and how I would be planning on playing this. You know, even getting below this, you know, looks iffy. I would rather see the price just bounce here on the EMA 21, somewhere still nice and safe in this volume node. You know, this would actually give me most hope of all, as it is right now. Just honest speaking, you know, speaking from the heart, because I care. I say this while I'm joking, but I mean it. I really do care. Now, what else is there that we can look at and look for? Maybe we want to go over to the higher time frames, because the weekend is going to begin, and I do believe yes, today is Friday, and CMEs are going to close. So let's have a look at the CMEs. It looks exactly the same. A little bit more of an outspoken support area on that range. Um, yeah, it's actually looking a little bit stronger than spot price, especially the closes. If we look at the horizontals right here, that's like, you know, that's on the dot. That's really nice. So yeah, potentially, you know, there's potential, but there's also potential to go down. Yeah. Charles, how about the higher level above the 55? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Just a second. Let's get our codes, and then we're gonna dive into your question. So the code is WO-MTE3D. It's in full 3D. That's what the Bitcoin chart should be doing, like a 3D Bitcoin chart. How trippy would that be, guys? Yeah, I'd go with that. It'd be awesome. So uh this actually, it's already been moving, guys. Um, Let me redo this. This is on CME sign. So 63 RSI level on 63 for CME. That would be 350. Perfectly breakable. Just very. So yeah, like I was saying, here we do have a red candle that's starting to print. Um, yeah, I am kind of expecting that. Over here on spot, we did have a red candle and now a green candle. Hey, and over here the upside is sitting lower, and the divergence, the potential. Okay. Oh, so, Charles, what do you mean when you're asking about the higher level above the 55? So for me, um, the levels that I use on the EMA and the moving average. So don't look at those two, the MA and MA2. Don't look at these. Just first and foremost, copy those four ones. So the first EMA is 21, then 55, then I have the 100, and then I have the 200. Now, there are people, believe it or not, there are people. There are people who prefer to stick to the Fibonacci sequence. And let's see the Fibonacci sequence we have. So it's the sequence where you write numbers or where you calculate numbers. You start with 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3. You always add the result to the last higher number in the row. And this is the Fibonacci sequence. So then we have 21. Then the next number in line is 34. Then we got 55 over here, 89, 144, and 233. And some people prefer to use either 89 or 144. Basically, let's do that. Let's just do that, and then the 233 to have the EMAs actually respect the Fibonacci levels. Mr. Saint Elmo, welcome back. Have you missed a lot? Actually, no. You're actually right on time. We're just talking a little bit. We're messing around. Long story short, yellow zone area, potential area where there could be some bearish divergence. Red zone, potential area where there could be some bullish divergence. But looking at the volume nodes, I don't think it is super likely to find a lot of support in this area. Hope, you need hope to live, but I wouldn't really pray off of hope. If price really dips down in this area, I would prefer not to be holding onto too much, or maybe even nothing at all. And then just wait it out and see if it takes or not, because breaking below the red box, there is going to be, of course, a lot of support coming from these areas. Okay, yeah, okay. So I would be looking for support coming from these areas if we really break below this red box. But over here, I do think the bull run is over. It's officially over. Don't be longing the uptrend. Just look for short entries, and then let's ride it down. Let's ride the dog down. But on the upside, the yellow box is the only area that we would prefer not to see to get rejected. That's the only thing. Although there still could be some support kicking in. It could be like a short rejection and then keep going up. But the one thing that actually is really hopeful is actually that we do have a series of 3 bullish divergences on the 1-hour chart. On the 3-hour chart, there is also bullish divergence present. You can see this, right? Higher low on the RSI, lower low on the price action. And then when we go even further, When we go over to the 5-hour chart, actually very, very bullish divergence between this area and these lows over here. So this also looks like a nice reset. You know, call me crazy, but yeah, I'm still at least hopeful for another attempt to the highs, because yeah, on the daily chart we still have not made this double top, or at least, you know, a top with a lower high, something like what we were seeing here. I thought this was the end of the bull run. This is where I thought that the bull run was going to be over, but then Mr. Elon Mucus came in with his tweets and stuff, pushing the price higher. Um, but yeah, that's usually what I would be expecting to see at the end of a bull run. At least one more nice big hooray, and tricking a lot of people into thinking that, oh yeah, oh no, this is gonna go, I need to buy the top, I need to pay $60,000 for one Bitcoin, and then see it go back all the way down to 10K or something over time. So yeah, this is what I would be at least expecting to happen, or hope to happen, because it looks more natural, like something like this, and then ultimately make it down, and there are gonna be bounces up and down and up and down, where still people are going to think that oh yeah, you need to buy the dip, you need to buy the dip, and ultimately everybody bought the dip that went even lower, just like in 2018, and by the end of the ride, everybody was flat broke. Yeah, so let's try not to do that this year. Okay. So yeah, I think I hope this answers your question, Charles. um yeah, potential shorting, not yet. I would say not yet. Um, yeah, for now, like I said, I'm still hoping that that this support is going to hold. At least we are going to see another swipe up. Try to take some profit, and then just wait it out and see if it goes down, and if we start making lower lows. Um, this is where I would, you know, just wait for the next pump or the next bounce, and then start shorting this. Okay, I'm not gonna try to be shorting the top. Um, it's literally suicide. It's financial suicide, and you know, like, what difference does it make? Like, it's not gonna make you more richer. Um, you know, shorting 58,000 to, I don't know what, it's going to go in levels, you know. So same thing, you're not going to be holding on to this position, because your short is going to start getting really expensive to hold on to. You want to take profit, or the fees are going to, they're going to wreck you. Okay, so yeah, like, why try to wait for the opportunity to short something over here if it's not sure if it's gonna keep going or not? You know, like, you could enter a short and then have to exit your short with massive loss, because it's still an uptrend, and you know, it could go to 100K. You know, some people say that, some people believe that. You know, I'm pretty sure there's always going to be idiots to keep buying this high, if they feel it's going to keep going. And you know, the question is, who's in the majority? Is the majority the people who are still thinking that 50 and 60 and $70,000 on a Bitcoin is a good deal? Then yeah, it's gonna keep going up. But so for me right now, as long as we are not in a confirmed downtrend, I'm still gonna keep looking for longs, even though it sounds stupid, even though it is potentially possible that this thing goes down, and that I'm gonna have to take a loss. I'm just gonna have to accept this, and then it's no big deal if this is a confirmed downtrend and this thing goes back up. As long as we don't break this level and I see it revert, I will start entering a short, and then I will make up my lost money again. So it's we're trading money. It's like when you're running a market, and you're trading in, let's say, cow milk. You don't get everything sold. You're gonna have to either give it away at a discount, or bring it over to some other people who can do something different with it, maybe make some poor people happy with it. On the long term, you're still in the business. The week after, you're gonna have new milk to go sell, and that's just what we do. But our product is money, and sometimes we're gonna take losses. It's just part of what we do. Sometimes we're gonna have to give it away at a discount, make other people happy, but that's okay. As long as we are in the game, there's gonna be a next move, and you really need to get in this mindset. Like, it sounds crazy to say it, but yeah, sometimes you can't regret losing some money, even though it hurts, even though sometimes it hurts big. But yeah, sometimes you really try not to lose money so hard that you end up losing everything. That would be bad. Once you lose your cow and you can't make milk anymore to sell, this is where you're in trouble, right? So yeah. Now let's look at the other thingies, the other coins and stuff. You know what is really really weird, and this is the first time that I see something like this. But yeah, okay. Dominance is slightly on a rising trend. Okay, so we do have higher lows, a higher high. All very, very nice. I don't know, this is not a divergence, just continuation. Maybe a little bit of an attempt to the downside to be, picking some support if it works like that. Because this is the dominance chart. It's a little bit weird, but look at all the altcoins. They're freaking rallying. It is altcoin season right now. Look at ADA. ADA is just crushing it. That's a beautiful chart. What is moving as well? Tezos. Who said Tezos was a scam? I don't know. Somebody said that. I think it was on Facebook. Stupid people keep saying. Elrond also really in a nice recovery arc. This thing could keep going, and there's like a lot of tokens that you're looking at, and that you'd be like, okay, yeah, this stuff is looking promising as it is. Um, so yeah, maybe the dominance could be cooling down a little bit. Maybe Bitcoin could at least make one more attempt, one more nice hooray, like a beautiful salute. And then finally, we turn the books around, and this beautiful story of an uptrend will be over for a little bit. I don't know. Right now, this is the way I would see it happen. It looks plausible, but all this is too much future talk. You guys know we don't really do that here. It's fun to think about, but it's not a way to trade it. Okay. So right now, what we're looking at is these levels over here. Let me mark them off with some horizontals so that at least you know what kind of madness I am speaking. Something like this. And then again in one over here like this. Make it red. And yeah, this is it. Those are the levels that I would be looking at right now. Those are the ranges on the upside that we could potentially, get into, bounce a little bit, but we need to break above to continue. And for the red side, there could be a potential support area, but I don't expect it to be strong. I think over here it's maybe, one in, I don't know. I'm not even gonna play this game. I think it's very, very unlikely to see a strong support kick in over here. Already I was very surprised that this wick didn't break the whole deal. I was actually really surprised to see that this thing here was holding. So yeah, now that we are back in this zone, yeah, I would hope for this thing to just keep going, show its true colors, because if it breaks, this is where the bull run, in my opinion, will be over. All right, so here you go. Last code of the day, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. WO-TAVGJ. TAVGJ. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. TAVGJ. TAVGJ. That's funny. All right, guys. Well, this was a real pleasure to have a healthy stream once again. Beautiful stuff. Very interesting and crazy chart, to say the least. But yeah, it is what it is, and this is the business that we chose to pique our interests in. Nonetheless, it's really fascinating. I love all these probabilities that are being placed in front of you, how you can deal and manage your money yourself. The opportunities are so plenty. But remember, a wise man said, bulls and bears can both make money, but pigs get slaughtered. All right, so on that note, oh, Saint Elmo, thank you very much. Well, you are very welcome to join our gang. Um, and yeah, it would be really my pleasure to have you in our midst. Remember, we're a small little family. We're not going for the big time numbers, and I really like to keep it like this. In the Discord, sometimes it's a little bit quiet, but if you ask your questions, there's always going to be a friendly person trying to help you out. And I think this is a resource that is really helpful. So yeah, by all means, I would really, really enjoy having you in the group. Yeah, Cliff Kitchen, thank you, thank you. Well, you too. You guys are very welcome to join. Do you know how to join? It's not that hard. Just move over to the website, the Wolves of Bybit website. It's wolvesofbybit.com, the way it's written here in the bottom of the screen. Um, yeah, you scroll down and then there's the sign up button. Just use the affiliate link to sign up to Bybit, and then send me an email using with your nickname, preferably the nickname in the chat here, so I know who you are, your email address, and in the messages maybe add the user ID that you get on Bybit. That would be the easiest thing to do. And then, you get access to the Discord channel. I will help you quite a lot with, especially with Bybit functions, and even I'm even happy to help with issues with support. I'm on really really good personal terms with some people at support, so yeah, we can make things happen. You get a bonus for signing up. We do have sometimes like special codes that I get rewarded with. So you guys can get like even more money on deposits, and sometimes they do competitions. I'm really looking forward to this. This is why I'm trying to help you guys. It would be really really awesome if as a group, as a team, we could get like somewhere in the top 20 placed for like on a trading competition. There are some amazing chances to win. So yeah, really good stuff, and it's a platform that I really vouch by. There's not a lot of platforms that I'm actually so that I would be so eager to promote. Like, and you can believe me, I already had requests to do paid video promotions or paid what you call them, paid reviews of trading platforms. And even though they would give me money just to do it, I don't like their platform, I don't like their business model, or I've had bad experiences with it and stuff, and I just don't do it. It's I want to be able to feel comfortable connecting my face to the product, and you guys, this is like something personal. We're talking, we're like, there's some people I really know stuff about, and even though we never met, this is this it's this kind of respect that I actually really try to maintain. So thank you, Saint Elmo. uh, yeah, I really, I'm like the only adult who isn't sounding like their trousers are on fire all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's some of those guys out there, like they are like always on fire, and they would never admit to a mistake. And I think this is so wrong, because this is trading. In trading, you're bound to make mistakes. I make mistakes. And like, admitting these mistakes, I feel it's like it also has some educational value to you guys, because sometimes I'm gonna knock on wood, because sometimes I have my methods of pulling myself out of a jam, and like, then I like to share this information with you guys. um I can't make like tutorial manuals and all these things, because I think I don't believe in these things. I believe in real mentoring, like following people who are doing it on a live basis, and just like life situations, seeing ways of tackling them, and also seeing that it's okay to be wrong. Like, I look at the both sides, up and down trends, possible ranges, and then eventually you're gonna have to make a decision. Are you gonna go long? Are you going to short? Are you gonna wait? Those are the three choices that you have, and you can go. You can make a wrong decision, and then it all comes down to how was your risk reward? Was it worth the risk? Like, was the potential reward at least a few times higher than your potential risk? Do you have an exit strategy? Have you been thinking about what will you do if it doesn't go my way? Because that must be your main concern. These things before you actually enter a trade. And if you know how to do this, then yeah, I strongly believe that you have a shot at making more money than actually losing money. But yeah, there's always going to be losers, and that's just a fact of life. Yeah, Moon Boys, very, very annoying. Moon Boys and Doom Boys. Um, yeah, 10K, 100,000K. No, what am I saying? $100,000 Bitcoin. 100,000K. Oh my God. Who would go for that? Like, I would love it. But yeah, not this year. I don't even think 100,000 this year is going to happen. But you know, anything can happen. Yeah, we don't do this here. We just go level by level, slowly, carefully, and try to make money no matter which direction the trend is taking us. So yeah, there we go. So is it going to hit the 41,000? Scary shit. Look at the 10-hour chart. On the 10-hour chart, basically, this could be hitting the EMA 200. That's the 200. Or the 220, the 233. I made it the 233. Yeah, this could actually, it's potentially possible, guys. But for now, it's holding. Let's just see if it holds. Try not to be greedy. Don't try to bet the farm. Here on these runs, this is where you should be accumulating, taking profit, entering profit, entering profit. Those are the big money makers. But here, this is not a money making opportunity. If anything, this is a money losing opportunity. Yeah, but you know, things are what they are, and sometimes they're not what they seem to be. This is, you know, this is the crazy thing. Like on the 12-hour chart, 12-hour chart, we are seeing a exaggerated divergence. So this is, you know, equal low and a higher low. On the 10-hour chart, nothing, nothing. Maybe a little bit of a bullish divergence with these areas. Yeah, a little bit, little bit. 5-hour chart, bullish divergence with these areas over here. This situation just continuation. 3-hour chart. 3-hour chart looks very, very promising. Bullish divergence. Here also bullish divergence. I think for the 3-hour chart to confirm its run, we really need to see this this yellow zone to be broken. If we break this one, I think there's going to be continuity. That's what I'd be thinking. If we break the red one, then I think there's going to be continuation in this direction. Voila. So that's it, guys. I hope this was helpful. Anyway, I really, really enjoyed this session. I was really happy that the stream was working as intended. I was fearful for that. You guys have no idea how bad I felt yesterday, but you know, all in all, we're still hanging in there. you know, like one big family, and that's what matters. So I would like to say thank you for all of you watching today's stream. So Saint Elmo, Cliff, you know, Charles, Ali, who else was in the chat? I think this was it, and Oliver on Facebook. You guys are really awesome. You have been awesome. You really make this streaming thing so much more fun to keep doing day after day. You know, feels really rewarding, and I'd like to thank you guys for it. And then again, you know, don't forget to hit those likes, guys. Only 3 likes today. Come on, we can do better than that. But yeah, no sweat. I'm just very happy to have you guys in the chat. So on that note, on that bombshell, I'm going to sign off. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel, 5:15 p.m. UTC. That's another mouthful. 5:15 p.m. UTC. Yeah, it's all acronyms and stuff. But yeah, have a great evening. Have a great day, whichever time zone you are from. I wish you guys the best of the best. I wish you guys a very, very happy and relaxing Friday evening because, yes, weekend. Although it doesn't make any difference with the COVID period and stuff. But, you know, nonetheless, it's weekend and we are going to enjoy this. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. And thank you very much once again. Bye bye.